Welcome to Procurement Talk, and this is your host, David Byrne. Procurement Talk is for procurement and business professionals, where we provide insights and solutions to your procurement challenges. In today's episode, we're going to talk about why quality matters. I was very lucky to spend over a decade in the aviation sector. Loved it. It gave me the belief in quality. I know, having been at a plane at 30,000 feet, I've wondered about the quality and the professionalism of the plane and the engineers that have worked on the aircraft. I bet you have too, when the plane's starting to rock around a bit in a bit of turbulence and you've thought about, hope this plane lands okay. Hope the professionalism of the people and the quality of the aircraft gets us there. It's a culture. It's a belief. And to me, it's one of the core principles of procurement. We need to think and act in a professional manner. And yes, that does start with you. You need to walk the talk. And quality is one of the key things with walking the talk. And I believe there are 4 key points to implementing and, more important, living a quality system. These 4 key points are 1. Belief, 2. Values, 3. Attitudes, and 4thly, behaviours. Firstly, belief. You need to create a culture around quality. Show the direction. This is not what we are about. This is not acceptable. We have a higher standard here. It starts with simple tasks like writing an email, completing a form, and then that builds to bigger things. But if you don't get the simple things right, the bigger things are always out of reach. So start small and build that quality system. Second of all, values. Stand firm. It's okay to send things back. The individual might need additional training or guidance by you, but be firm in your decision. Don't accept poor quality. That then permeates throughout the organisation. Stand firm, hold your values. Thirdly, attitudes. Bring a different mindset. Yes, really, this is the way we do it here. We are going to be different, and that attitude should come through. The rest of the organisation will catch up with you. They will understand that that's the quality and the professionalism that you want to deliver. You wouldn't deliver a poor quality written report to an executive or to the board, so why would you accept it within your own team or internally across the organisation? It's just not right, and it sends the wrong belief. Fourthly, behaviours. Don't accept poor behaviours or actions. Call the person out. Pull up poor behaviour or poor actions, and that way people realise what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Henry Ford had a saying, "Quality means doing it right when no one is looking." And that is very true. If you haven't set the right beliefs, values, attitudes, and behaviours within your procurement team, you're not going to get the quality that you want, and especially when no one is looking. During my time in the aviation sector, I did a postgraduate in occupational health and safety, and whilst I was studying, I had to write a report about a disaster. I chose a disaster in India, in a city called Bhopal. There was a company called Union Carbide that was running a pesticide plant within that city. And in 1984, a highly toxic gas leak occurred. And it occurred on an evening where there was no breeze, and it was a hot night within the city. And the gas leak spread around the shanty towns near the plant. This caused a terrible disaster to occur. 3,870 people died because of that gas leak, and more than 500,000 people had non-fatal injuries. In 2010, 26 years later, it was still considered the world's worst industrial disaster. And why did this occur? Poor quality, a slip in the standards within the organisation. At the time, the engineers that were working at the plant knew there was a leak and thought they would fix it when they came back from their lunch break. They never did. In the organisation, the workforce was cut from 1,200 to 750, and they went from employing university-educated engineers to people with a high school education. The end result was catastrophic. Quality is everyone's responsibility, and that is a very true statement. Everyone's responsibility. And I believe if you implement the 4 key points, and more importantly, bring a quality culture to your organisation, you'll not only live it, but you'll embrace quality. The 4 key points that I believe are critical are 1, belief, values, attitudes, and behaviours. Put them in a quality model and embrace it within your organisation. All the best, stay safe, and bye for now. This concludes this episode of Procurement Talk. Thank you for listening. Procurement Talk is brought to you by David Byrne and BWD Consulting. We're helping organisations transform procurement. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.